So Andrew, we've talked a bit about subconscious blocks and what they are. Give us a quick definition of what blocks are, and then we'll take the listeners through what some of yours were.
Okay. Let's understand that. Use the word blocks or belief systems, okay, or beliefs. Sometimes I refer to them as even programs. It's sort of like a program that you have in your computer, where if you push a button on your keyboard, there's a bit of code in your computer which basically says if that button's pushed, this is the thing to put up on the screen. So it will act in a predictable way given a set of circumstances that happen to it. So this is the same sort of thing that happens with virtually everything around it in our life, but particularly when it comes to money as well. We all have a set of programs or beliefs that dictate how we respond when we get put into a certain situation when it comes to money. Now, these programs can be kind of like an if you imagine a ship which has an anchor, okay, it can be a good thing and a bad thing at times. Okay, it can stop the ship from actually getting smashed up against the rocks, can't it? So it holds people in place, and it can be the thing that stops them from getting into poverty, or if they do go broke, it might be the thing that actually gets them up and getting out there and working again and getting themselves back up. So you've heard stories of people who had a lot of wealth in their life. Maybe something's happened and they've lost it all, but they've gotten back up again and they've done it. Or there's been people who have always sort of struggled or worked hard but always been at a certain level. They've never really been broke, and if they got really broke,
they're comfortable.
Yeah, if they never got broke, they're always able to get themselves back up, but they weren't able to go too high as well. So if you imagine the ship and the anchor analogy, the anchor holds you, or the programs hold people from getting too far down in life if they don't want to go that far, but it also holds you in place from actually starting to travel. So if you want to travel overseas in your ship, open sea, and go to a new destination or a new place, then you actually have to pull up the anchor and get going. And so what happens is a lot of people, if using with their belief systems, try to go to the next level financially, and they don't.
They still haven't taken up the anchor.
Well, they haven't cut the anchor or haven't taken it up. Okay, or sometimes they cut the anchor and they don't bother to actually put the effort in, and they get smashed against the rocks.
Right,
okay,
right.
So
now you had some blocks that have held you back in the past.
That's right.
And I know that you've come a long way in overcoming those. Why don't you take some time really quickly to share with us some of the blocks that you've had in the past, because I'm sure it might help out some of the people.
Okay, so as I said before, we set a goal. This is the thing that really identified it for us. We could make money before, and we thought, okay, we can make money quite well. We're not really, we don't have any blocks for helping us make money. Well, the difference that thing that we didn't realise is that we were trying now to make passive income. Before we had what was active income.
A different distinction.
Yeah, it's a different distinction. We had active income, which was all about us trading our hours for dollars, and particularly if we worked hard for it, we could make money. Okay. Now, when we tried to make money in a way where we didn't have to work hard for it, and we were running into all sorts of problems. And after 4.5 years of trying to do this, we found that we better actually sit down and do some exercises to try and identify what were our subconscious blocks that were holding us back from making passive income. And we actually, when I say we, my wife and myself, we sat down and we actually identified, I think it was about seven key areas that were actually stopping us from getting ahead. Okay. Do you want to hear some of them?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so now these are our blocks, and these are things that were personally or holding us back, but and they might not mean anything to you, or they might actually ring a bell for you. But so just understand they're just our blocks, and this is what.
And they're around money. So they went around.
Well, they're around actually not just money, they're around earning passive income. Yes. So we had to ask ourselves a question: what was holding us back from making passive income? And the things that we actually identified were belief systems. The first belief system that we had was that earning money requires hard work. If it's too easy, we feel guilty. Okay. Now that might sound a little bit strange to some of you, but other of you might actually understand what we're talking about here. And so earning money requires hard work. If it's too easy, I feel guilty. Now, if you're trying to make passive income, which by definition means that you don't do anything, and can you see the conflict happening there? Okay.
Or some people might have an association with something illegal, or drug dealing or drug pushing or something.
Well, it might be any association. I've got no idea. But this particular one came from my my father-in-law's influence on my wife. And he's a great guy, works really hard all his life. And when he was demonstrating to my wife how to be a good provider and how to get ahead in life, he would demonstrate that he had to work hard to get ahead. But he also used to say it, work hard, Darryl, and you'll get ahead in life. And that's how you make money. That's how you get ahead. Work hard. And then he would look at people who were what he would perceive to be lazy, and he would give them no respect in the sense of that, he would say, oh, they're lazy people, and you don't want to be like that. You want to work hard. And so that formed a program or a belief system. And so when my wife got put in a situation she had to earn passive income, that trigger or that emotion was firing off at a subconscious level. And so she couldn't put it into words, but she just felt uncomfortable about it for some reason. So we'd find that we're making the things difficult and so on.
Sure.
Some of the other belief systems that we had were opportunities, excuse me, sorry about that, that really good opportunities are scarce. And so that was my belief system. I was thinking, these really...
1 in a million.
Yeah, the good opportunities to make passive income are really scarce. So what that would do is when I got a good opportunity came up, I would think because they're so rare, the good opportunity in front of me maybe wasn't as good as I thought it would be, and I'd have to overanalyze it, look at it every way, inside out. And by the time I got around to being comfortable with it, the opportunity was gone. Okay, and that was my way of keeping, of validating that they were scarce, because the good opportunity kept disappearing on me.
It's a great example of it holding you back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Another one was that you need to take things stepwise. There's a ladder to success. You need to go from here to here to here to here, and that you need more information to get it to happen. Well, the reality is it's success doesn't play favourites, or for those it doesn't affect those people who've worked harder or anything like that. It's about who gets the formula right the quickest. That's about it, I think. So if you get the formula right the quickest, then it works for you. If you want to analyse it and work harder at getting everything right, then it's not necessarily the case. Some other ones that we talked about was that passive income was hard to generate. Was another one. Direct mail was one of the strategies that we tried.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the strategies that we tried online that's a shonky. That was shonky, and so we had to sort of address our prejudices towards that sort of stuff, and our self-worth came from our consulting achievements. So we actually were successful consultants, and we got a lot of self-validation and self-worth through the work that we did. People would pat us on the back and give us lots of accolades, and it was quite a buzz to be able to go into a business, come in as the I suppose the white knight, and help them out of a problem, get it all packed up, and then get on to the next one and get the pat on the back.
Yes.
And our understanding of what we were going to do if we retired, or if we got out of that, was that we'd have to give up that part of our life, and there was a part of us that would miss that as well. So they were the things that were stopping us from making passive income.
Absolutely.
Now, if they were our things, they might not be your things. And what we had to do is, once we identified those blocks, we had to then reprogram ourselves, get rid of those blocks and rid of those programs, and replace them with things that were actually new belief systems that worked.